You weren't born to doubt yourself. That hesitation, that voice in your head that tells you you're not enough, it wasn't yours to begin with. It was handed to you by the world, by pain, by people who never saw their own worth. And now you carry it like it belongs to you. But hear this. You weren't meant to shrink to fit spaces that were never built for your light. You weren't made to tiptoe around your potential. You were born to lead, to speak, to be felt, to be seen. Confidence isn't something you wait to feel. It's something you decide to build, in the silence, in the mess, in the moments no one's clapping for you. Don't speak up. Don't try. Don't be seen. That voice, it isn't yours. It was planted carefully, quietly, by fear, by failure, by people who never found the strength to rise themselves. People who didn't know how to shine, so they taught you to dim. And at first, you resisted it. You felt the fire. You wanted to be more. But slowly, little by little, it wore you down, until the lie sounded familiar, and the familiar felt safe. So you stopped raising your hand. You stopped walking with your head high. Not because you weren't capable, but because you heard the lie enough times to start calling it the truth. But listen closely now. Just because you've carried a voice doesn't mean it belongs to you. And just because you've been quiet doesn't mean you were meant to stay silent. It's time to unlearn the noise. And remember who you were before the world told you who to be. Absolutely. Here's a prolonged and more emotionally grounded version of Section 2. Building power through vulnerability and truth. But here's the truth they never told you. Confidence doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you choose to show up anyway. It's not about having all the answers. It's about refusing to let the questions stop you. Even if your hands shake, even if your heart races, even if your voice cracks mid-sentence and your knees feel like they might give out, even if no one claps, no one notices, and no one reassures you that you're doing it right. You do it anyway. Because real confidence, it's built in silence, in moments when no one is watching, when you dare to be seen exactly as you are and still move forward. Every time you walk into discomfort, every time you say yes to the thing that terrifies you, you lay a brick, a foundation, a new identity. One bold act at a time, you build something no one can take away. Not the world, not your past, not your doubt. And slowly, the voice that once held you back, it starts to fade, because yours, the real one, the one that whispers, "I was made for more," that voice starts to rise, and you begin to believe it. If you're still watching, you're not here by accident. Drop the word "rise" in the comments so I know you're done playing small. This moment is your turning point. Confidence doesn't come from staring into a mirror, repeating words you don't believe. It doesn't come from surface-level mantras or pretending to be someone you're not. It comes from the moments that stretch you, when you're uncomfortable, when your heart's pounding, when everything in you wants to run, but you stay. Confidence is born in discomfort. It's born in the pause before you speak up, in the silence between fear and action, in that second when you're terrified of being seen, and you show up anyway. It comes from choosing courage over comfort, not once, not loudly, but quietly, again and again. Confidence has nothing to do with being perfect. You don't need flawless skin, the right words, or a polished image. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be present, fully, truthfully, imperfectly present. Because the most powerful kind of confidence isn't loud, it's real. And when you finally give yourself permission to show up as you are, that's when everything starts to change. You're not broken, you're just buried under years of self-doubt, comparison, and silence. But now you're digging your way out. one brave move at a time. So don't wait to feel confident. Act, move, speak, show up, and confidence will follow. If this spoke to your soul, like, comment, rise, and subscribe, because this is just the beginning of who you're becoming.